makes a man?
What makes a man?
What makes a man?
I would say what makes a man, what constitutes manning up is taking responsibility for yourself. The age where you stop relying on your folks, whomever it was that brought you up, and you start making your own decisions about where you're going, about what you're doing. What do you think makes a man?
I wish I had your manly voice. I'd skip a few people in the line.
Oh, come on, Jason.
No, you're going lower there, you know.
No, I'm not.
We're not doing truck ads.
Got it.
In the age of hair gels, Axe body spray, and Men's Health magazine, it's natural to ask the question, what does it mean to look like a man? Mansome, the new documentary, endeavors to answer that question in today's Pretentious Film Majors In Theaters review. It's the latest movie from Super Size Me and POM Wonderful Presents the greatest movie ever sold director Morgan Spurlock, but unlike those two films, Spurlock only appears at the beginning of this movie. The Spurlock portion of Mansome mainly deals with mustaches, including his own famous porn star-esque handlebar facial hair. Here, Spurlock is able to get some cool interviews with John Waters and his famous pencil-thin mustache, as well as the co-founder of Movember. Unfortunately, as the film moves on, we're introduced to some more Mansome characters, and that's where the movie really starts to lose its pace. We spend a long time with Jack Passion, a self-proclaimed beard builder, which, as he describes it, is like bodybuilding, only for beards.
Have you thought about competing?
Competitive facial hair, or as I might need to start calling it, beard building, is a sport insofar as bodybuilding is a sport, in that you work for a long time on sculpting and building and nurturing something, and then the actual sporting event is you showing it.
Passion takes as much care of his body as the average supermodel would. He speaks of his 24-inch world champion beard with such arrogance that after only a little time with him, you're hoping for him to lose the competition rather than win. And therein lies the big problem with Mansome. Passion, like the rest of Mansome's eccentric characters, is just so unlikable. It's very hard to continue to watch them. Had the film shown a greater variety of characters, it may have been more watchable, but there are entire parts of the movie that are more frustrating than enjoyable. So what worked about it? Well, the footage of Mansome's executive producers Jason Bateman and Will Arnett taking a trip to a day spa is spliced in throughout the film, and these are the moments that provide some of the most memorable scenes. The actors ad-lib some hilarious discussions about masculinity, manscaping, as well as a mustachioed former girlfriend of Arnett's. While the actors bookend the movie and vocalize its main themes, I almost wish they became our guides into the world of man grooming to help give the film a consistent voice. The way Mansome jumped from subject to subject gave it very little cohesiveness, and it ultimately spent way too much time with some of its main characters. A lot of interesting ideas are brought up in Mansome, but when together, the whole product feels like a series of short films, many of which would have been completely uninteresting on their own. The documentary relies heavily on its interviews with celebrities like Judd Apatow, Paul Rudd, Zach Galifianakis, but while their involvement adds laughs, Mansome fails to shed any new light on its subject matter. The film exists solely to allow some funny comedians to riff on male grooming. On the infamous Pretentious Film Majors 5-star scale, Mansome only gets 2 out of 4 stars.